This is probably like a, I would say an 800-foot elevation gain from where we're at to this upper 2-track road that we thought the buck had crossed. So we jumped in the truck and drove up to the top ridge, parked it, and walked down the ridge. What we're looking for at this point are his tracks crossing the 2-track road. And once we find where he crossed the road, our plan was to just bail off and find him, hopefully going up the other side. Well, that turned out to not be the case. This buck went up underneath the 2-track road and bedded in some oak brush. I mean, he buried himself in there really good, and we had no idea. We went up and down the ridge road, and it was finally decided that I would stay on the ridge road and get above wherever he was at, watch both sides, and Chris was gonna go down into the draw, try to find his tracks again, and trail him back up to where he was now. This plan worked out pretty good, with the exception of the buck busted us, and he went up over the top, crossed the ridge road without being seen, and dropped down into even thicker oak brush. This stuff is like a jungle. You can't move through it quietly, you can't see through it, but this deer, he's down in there and he's bedded good.
Right there. See it. This way. He's going that way.
We looked for him and we caught a glimpse of him jumping up, moving to our right. And it turns out that this buck was ultra intelligent. He went to our right, then went straight down the hill, backtracked back to the left, and then got in some of the thickest oak brush on the hillside. So we had no idea where he was at.
Chris has gone back up to where the tracks went down into the oak brush. I'm set up here, I got a nice window of view, anywhere from 100 to 200 yards into this whole hillside. He's gonna follow the tracks back through that ultra thick stuff. Hopefully, the buck goes up on that hillside and I get a good shot at him. It's about our only play right now because it's too thick in there to go in and try to spot and stalk hunt him.
This is a big, heavy, mature buck. He's got a 4x4 mainframe with 2 cheaters on one side, 1 cheater on the other. He's 5.5 years old, and he is exactly what we've been looking for.
He broadside. Stay with him.
Got him.
Got him.
That one got him too.
In the brush.
That one tumbled him. Woo! Yes! Yes! That is a big buck, man. Woo! Yes!
Plan comes together.
I was praying you'd quit woohooing down there because it was speeding him up.
Oh yeah, well, I went and it stopped the first time. Nice job.
Yeah.
He went all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, when those does went out, he cut back this way, and as soon as you guys went like this, you could see where his tracks turned and went straight down in the bottom.
Oh man, this is slippery slope. That's a dandy, buddy.
Look at that thing. Matching cheaters.
Nice. Thanks, bud.
Congratulations.
Nice. That's a dandy buck, man.
That's a sweet buck. Look at that.
That's what you hunt for right there. Big buck like that, mature, old.
So this is the type of deer that dreams are made of. It's not lost on me how fortunate I am to get to hunt as many days a year as I do for a living. And I'm just blessed to be able to come out here to Utah and do this truly awesome hunt. And this is the type of deer that you're out here looking for, big, heavy, mature bucks. And I can hardly wait to be back next year. Now, I book my clients here every season for a reason. This place has thousands of elk and mule deer. The number of animals here is undescribable. And we just hope that the video does a good job of showing that off a little bit, because it's an elite place to hunt. And I urge anybody out there who's ever thought about coming to Utah or anywhere for a trophy mule deer hunt to give my office a call. I'll personally take your calls, answer your questions, and help you book the hunt of a lifetime. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week's show, but please remember to join us again next week for another exciting episode of Steve's Outdoor Adventures.